Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am your girl, Color Me Badly, and I am back on to share some scents that I deem as bedtime fragrances, and one scent from a really popular dupe house that I am extremely pleased with, and I want to pop on and share my thoughts about this fragrance with you guys. If you're interested to find out what fragrances I deem as like bedtime, summertime, probably really won't be wearing these at all, but I think they're great bedtime scents, please continue to watch. Alright, so let's get into it. The scents that I'm sharing with you guys today, most of them are from the house of Juicy Couture. And you guys have noticed that recently there has been an uprise in Juicy Couture gear. Kind of makes me wish that I hadn't got rid of one of my handbags. I had an opportunity to sell one of my handbags about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was in mint condition. It was an old Juicy Couture bag. You know, it had everything still on it. I think the mirror that was inside of the bag still had the plastic on it. I never really wore the bag. Somebody wanted it. I was like, go ahead and take it. Now it's back. Well, the fragrances never went out of style, right? For all of you all who love fragrances, you know, we still love Juicy Couture. Where there are different flankers, different scents, different levels of Juicy Couture, just like any design house or any fragrance company. And so with these are types of scents that I would normally wear like to bed, or I would give away to somebody, except for one I might play around with a little bit, but these are a little bit on the lighter side, and again for bedtime. So let's go ahead and get off into them. All right, yeah, so Juicy Couture, let's talk about it. These are scents that I would think that put me in the mind frame of fragrances that you wear at bedtime. Now, I don't want to offend anybody because these are actual fragrances. They're perfumes. I call them bedtime fragrances for me because that's how they wear on me and my skin and my body and how they smell to me. But these are fragrances that would probably, you know, last all day on someone. It just depends on your body chemistry, you know, and things of that nature. So I don't want to offend you if this is one of your jams and you say, this is something I wear every day. This is just something that I would deem a bedtime fragrance. And just to give you a little bit of a tidbit about myself, I will spray on anything sometimes. If I'm really feeling like I just want to smell good to myself and feel good about myself, or if I'm not feeling well and I just want to smell good, I'll spray on anything. So this is just not necessarily like a slam dunk on somebody's fragrance. So let's just get that straight. So the first one that I want to share with you guys is these two I'm going to share are the OUI, or their OUI fragrances. And I kind of had these still in the packaging. Because these are probably going to get given away to somebody. Normally I give fragrances like this away. So the first one is OUI Juicy Couture Play. So these are play scents. And for me, what that means is bedtime scent. You know what I'm saying? Something you will wear, spray on if you took a shower before you were doing your laundry, or while you're doing your laundry, or if you sprayed on a little something before you cook breakfast or lunch, and you just been hanging at home all day, but you want to smell or spray on something. This is what I would do. This is Sparkling Rebel Juicy Couture. It's an eau de parfum spray. So it is an eau de parfum. This is what the box looks like. Now, I normally keep my boxes because here's the side of the box, so it'll show you what the fragrance looks like, which I think is super cute. Right? This is super cute. I keep my boxes to things like this, especially because if you gift them away, or if you know you may want to give them to somebody, they're in the box and you know they look good. It still looks good, right? And it'll make the person feel good that you're gifting it to, that you're giving it to them, and it's in the box. So I love that. This is so cute, you guys. So if you collect fragrances, this is gorgeous. I love scents like this. My lighting is not the best, even though I have it turned up really high. So hopefully you guys can see this. So yeah, I'm going to pull up the notes and we're gonna read this. But I can tell by like the bottle, that's the nozzle of this, when I smell it, that this is definitely more so for me, more so of a bedtime scent. But I love scents like this because it's like a sweet, fruit punchy type of a scent. And I love the bottle. The bottle is so cute, you guys. So like if you gift this to somebody, they're gonna love this. Look at how cute it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful, beautiful gifting idea. So I'm gonna pull up the notes and then tell you. Okay, you guys. So this one is Sparkling Rebel is the name of this one. Sparkling Rebel Juicy Couture. Okay, and this is for women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can. I kind of like this a little bit. It's it's growing on me. Like I said, it's like a bedtime scent. So I wouldn't count this out. But yeah, I love the packaging. So like I said, if you give this to somebody, they're really going to be excited, right? Main accords, it's aquatic. It's fresh, floral, fruity. It's green. I get green. I get like a sweet green situation going on when I spray. It's ozonic, white floral. It's woody and aromatic. Now with those accords, I would think that this is something that will rock amazing on me, because those are the components that your girl loves. I don't know about you, but these are like my combinations for the nations. Again, this is Sparkling Rebel by Juicy Couture. It's a fragrance for women, of course, and you buy it, you wear it, right? Because I have plenty of gentleman fragrances on. I have a unisex cologne on today, and it is definitely more masculine than feminine, but it smells so good to me. So again, Sparkling Rebel was launched in 2021. It has pear, violet leaf, cassis, which is a floral. Your middle notes are water lily, lily of the valley. Lots of floral. It's rose, sandalwood, musk, and praline. So of course, fragrances for the most part, almost always, not always, have a lot of synthetic notes in them. It's really, really kind of like, in my opinion, a real juvie scent for me. This is not something that smells grown up. This is not something that for me when I put it on, I feel like the woman that I am. Not that this isn't a good scent, because it really, really is. And I know for a fact, I know people who could wear this and it would smell absolutely amazing on them. This doesn't smell bad on me, but it's got to give me in order for me to give it. And with this one, just on a love at first sniff, it doesn't do it for me. I will not count this out, because whenever I count fragrances out and say I don't like it at all, it always ends up being one of my faves. It never fails. That's why I always say, before you throw that bottle out, try it again, play with it again, smell it again, spray it again, wear it again, try it with different creams and lotions, because depending on how you layer your fragrances, you can get a totally different experience and outcome. Juicy Couture, very nice. This one is Sparkling Rebel. It smells good. I'll have to wear it and be able to tell you guys, but definitely this is a play. This is bedtime play. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would say for that last one, that would be for me by itself, probably not. I would wear that with, if I wanted to wear it out to make sure that it lasted, just to see how I could play around with it. I would pair that particular scent with Juliet Hazagun's Pear Ink. That's one of my faves. That's what I would pair that with. But I wouldn't wear that by itself. It just wouldn't do anything for me. The next one is OUI Juicy Couture from the Play collection, and this one is Sweet Diva. So they come in the same box, pretty much made the same. I think they look pretty much the same. Yeah. Okay, so it kind of just shows you what you're getting, which I think is pretty cool. It's really cute, really neat gifting idea. So let me go ahead and pull up the notes, and then we can find out what's in it and whether or not, or what I think about. If I'm not mistaken, I sprayed out on that one to kind of check the performance on it a little bit, and it didn't last that long on my skin, if I remember correctly. But I'd also at the same time sprayed on 3 other scents, and there was just one that was more potent than the other ones that I sprayed. 2 of them that were a little bit more potent. So that may be why, like if you wear or spray something that's stronger, you may smell and it may overpower the lighter scents. Like what I'm wearing today, even though I just sprayed this, I can still smell what I'm wearing today, you know, because it's just a beast. I have on a beast mode mama girl scent. But so it's gonna overpower what I just sprayed. But if I do this, I can still smell it, right? So let's get into the notes of Sweet Diva. Get Sweet Diva out of the box. Oh, Sweet Diva. Okay, so this is what the bottle looks like. Come on, Sweet Diva. Sweet Diva didn't want to come out that box, y'all. Sweet Diva. Sweet Diva was trying to stay stuck in the rut. Sweet Diva, it's time for Sweet Diva to get out and about, see some things, get out and meet the people. She not for the streets. Sweet Diva's not for the streets though. Sweet Diva's not for the streets. It's not. But she needs to get out and about. Sweet Diva needs to get out. Good old Sweet Diva. All right, Sweet Diva Juicy Couture. This one is for women as well. I can kind of smell it a little bit. It has an extremely high alcohol content, of course. You know, it happens. So on the picture, it shows like the little ring and a little charm, but this one just has the little picture of it on the bottle. I'm okay with that. Because like I said, I'm probably going to gift these away, but they're so cute though. I love little bottles like this. The main, of course, is fruity, floral, sweet, musky, fresh, amber, powdery, rose, woody, and coconut. So it's, you know, kind of tropical. It doesn't list that, but who knows? Again, this one was launched in 2021. Your top notes are raspberry, pear, coconut, peony, freesia, so lots of floral, gardenia, which I love, musk, ambroxan, and sandalwood. So let me tell you what I think about this one. Okay, so I did spray this the other day, and I can't smell this at all, y'all. Like, it disappears instantly on my skin. That's probably why you'll find this either like really low clearance. Like if you pay more than, like, I would say now, if you pay more than like 30-40 bucks for this, you're paying too much. You can probably find this in a discounter store. I want to say Walgreens, but Walgreens is kind of fading out of. It looks like to me Walgreens is getting rid of things like their fragrances, because you know they sell designer fragrances. And like CVS sells, some CVS has fragrances and things like that. I don't know. But you would have to spray a lot of this because it is not my zhuzh at all. Like it, I'm going to tell you what this almost smells like to me. This smells like acetone. You know, the little stuff that you use, or fingernail polish remover. That's what this smells like. So this for me, it's starting to calm down now, but I had to spray like a lot of this just to get to see what I think about this. So this is definitely for a younger, like person, somebody, you know, like a teenager or a little kid probably. Again, I don't want to offend anyone if this is your jam. Like I said, there are some fragrances that women of a mature age can still wear or can wear that will smell good on them, and you can smell it all day, every day on them. This just isn't it for me. I'm just going, this ain't it. I could just taste, and then now that it's calming down a little bit, it's okay. But this is very what I call Prince Machiavelli-ish. It's one of those scents that, you know, you got to spray half the bottle out on. It smells absolutely horrible, and then once it calms down, you can't smell it anymore. That's what I call Prince Machiavelli. And that's what this is doing. It is. And it doesn't have a bad scent to it. It's just really, really light pink bubble gum. It started out smelling like fingernail polish remover to me. Um, and I hate when that happens. You know what I mean? Because I love perfume. I love fragrance. Yeah, but this is like, I can smell the coconut, but that's all I smell, y'all. I'm not kidding you. Like, this is a wash. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But I'm going to say this before we move on to the next scent. Sometimes, and you're probably wondering, well, it comes from the same company. It's a part of it's a flanker of a line of scents, which it is. There may be one out of the bunch that smells good, or maybe two, and then the rest of them are like, what are we doing here? It is another reason why that can happen is because you got different people who help create those scents. So not all the same people create those scents. You got people, if you look up fragrances, sometimes it'll give you an opportunity to see, they call it the nose behind a fragrance. So they have acclaimed perfumers for some lines, niche brands, designers, and they'll tell you who helped create the fragrances. Okay, and if you notice, you may have one fragrance from a line that may be, I'll use one of my favorites, Dominique Ropian. You will see that name, and that name was one of the noses behind, right? And so then you'll have another fragrance in that exact same line, a body of work, but a different scent, different name, different scent, and it'll have the nose behind. The nose behind will say someone else. Okay, and that is because, and then so this one works well for me. I love this one. This one doesn't even last 2 minutes on me. The next one lasts for 4 days. The next one, I hate the way it smells. All the same line, all the same fragrance house. It happens. I don't know what happened with that one, but again, all I smell is like a really light coconut scent, and that's not gonna last 10 seconds. I bought body sprays from the dime store for like $2 or $3 that smell better than that. Honestly, and there's no shade to the company, it's just some fragrances just don't smell good on you, and I wouldn't recommend you buying that one. I wouldn't recommend it. It'll be a waste of money. Next up on the list, this is another Juicy Couture scent, and if I remember correctly, this scent didn't do it for me either. But I'm not going to gift this one away because I have a really, really odd, weird smelling honey scent from the original Kim Kardashian perfume line that smells so good on me. I don't know why the bumblebee smell good, but it does. And so I've never gotten rid of that particular scent out of my collection. And I think that and this would smell really good and make a perfect bedtime scent. And so this one is Juicy Couture's I Am Juicy. Let me show you the bottle. And again, these are scents that you could probably find like in your discounter stores, CVS, if you have a CVS in your area, Walgreens. These are the type of fragrances that you find like when you're traveling, in a gift store, hotel, resort somewhere. These are the scents sometimes you'll find 1 or 2 bottles of this sitting over in the corner somewhere and like, well, where did that come from? I never heard of this before. That's what this is. And I don't think that I dislike this scent, but it's something that I wouldn't trust to wear this by itself. And I don't know why all of these scents are smelling like, when I first sprayed them out, they smell like fingernail polish remover. And that's a turn off for me. So, but I remember that I kind of like this. And when I sprayed this out, the first thing I thought about was that old original Kim Kardashian scent. It's called Honey. And these two together would be a loud, sexy, beautiful combination. Okay, so I should have named this recording Return to Sender. It's a nice bottle. It's nice. Okay, I had to take a break, y'all. I had to take a break from that one. I had to take a break. It was 2 seconds from turning in and smelling like hot piss. I had to get up and walk away on that one. It is true that scents will put you in a mood. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be in between. You know, there are fragrances and scents that'll make you cry, they'll make you laugh, they will make you want to throw up. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot. I'm gonna need these people to do better. I'm gonna need them to do better next time they decide to do something, because I have a lot of Juicy Couture fragrances in my collection that smell amazing. Now this is starting to change, and so I decided to go ahead and finish this up. But it wasn't looking too promising at first, y'all. I'm not kidding you. Okay, so this is I Am Juicy Couture. So I Am Juicy. It's just the Juicy ain't working for me today. It could be my body chemistry. It could be, because normally I do pretty good with Juicy Couture scents. This main accord of this one is sweet, fruity, floral, amber, tropical. It's white floral, powdery, citrus, musky, and rose. So I had to get up and walk away with this one, you know, and get a little sip of water and think about it. Because it's a lot going on with this one. I don't know if it's the formula. I don't know if it's been sitting too long, because this has been around. This is a 10-year-old fragrance. So it's been around for a really, really, really long time. I don't know. You may have a bottle of this and it may be gold. Liquid gold, I should say. For me, not so much. Now, it is starting to change on me, and this is something that I could definitely, as I stated before, that I would love to try this with Kim Kardashian's Honey. But for right now, this is something I would definitely gift away. Definitely gift away. So I'm glad that I kept my boxes for these. This is a fragrance for women. Okay, it is a floral fruity fragrance. Normally, floral fruity does okay on me. It depends on the house. It depends. And normally, again, Juicy Couture, I do pretty good with Juicy. The notes behind this is Dora Bagrish. Okay. Your top notes are passion fruit, raspberry, and pomelo. Your middle notes are gardenia. I normally do really good with gardenia. You've got sweet pea. You've got heliotrope. I love heliotrope. I love rose. I love amber. I love musk and cashmere wood. Okay, so those are your notes that are listed in this. There may be more notes in this fragrance than what they are listing, but that is what they're listing for us. Some of the other things that are in this fragrance, unless we are professional perfumers and chemists, we wouldn't know, you know, the boop from the Shinola. I'm willing to bet, because this is one of those kind of scents that I hold on to. First of all, because I always do good with really gold colored juices. This is something that I probably sprayed on like maybe once to see if I liked it or not. It is starting to change on me, and this is why I kept this, and this is why I said the honey scent will smell really, really good with this. That something sweet comes up out of this for me after a while. But that first initial spray of this one and the last one smelled just like fingernail polish remover. But then after it settles down on my skin, it starts to turn into something totally different. And that's what I was mentioning. And sometimes you'll hear me say, don't throw that bottle of fragrance away that you have given to the wolves. You know, like you sprayed it out, you hated it, or somebody told you didn't smell good, or they didn't like your cologne or your perfume. And normally those are people who don't wear any or wear really. Don't throw your fragrances away. Find out what notes are in your fragrances before you throw them away. And find out and kind of play around with them if you wear body creams and lotions and oils, because sometimes spraying fragrances on bare skin does the fragrance no justice. Sometimes it needs to lay on top of something. And that would be a lotion, a cream. I like Vaseline myself. Some people like baby oil. Some people like no diddy. Some people like what is that other stuff that they use now? The aloe gel cream stuff. And we all have something that we love to use to keep our skin moisturized, right? Castor oil, mineral oil, vitamin E, anything that you use that you put on first out of a shower or a bath. Then you want to spray your fragrance on. And some people only spray their fragrances on their clothing when they're getting ready to walk out of the door or whatever. Don't throw them away, because this changes on me. And it actually smells pretty good. There is something in this, though, that kind of makes me feel a little, and it could be because of my body chemistry, especially as a woman. We change every day depending on what we're drinking, what we're eating, the vitamins that we are taking. For some of those who are taking medications, that plays a major role. If you still have your menstrual cycle, your fragrances are going to smell different on you during that time. If you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant or taking any medication to prevent pregnancy, there are so many things and variables in how your fragrances perform on you and project. So it just depends. It really, really does. And some days you'll spray on a fragrance that's been working for you for 10 years, and you may spray that fragrance on and it turn into a monster on you and ends up biting you. Because maybe it's just one of those days where you're just not feeling your best. I found that when I'm coming down with something, or I feel like maybe I've been around somebody who's not feeling well, that wearing fragrances that have a lot of herbs in them work really well for me. Something that has oregano, pimento, and things like oregano that have that oregano oil note in them always soothe me and smell so good on me. Something that has a eucalyptus or cannabis leaf in them, or hemp oil or hemp leaf in them, or greens in them. When I've been around someone ill, those types of scents smell really, really good on me during those times. So I kind of pay attention to myself for the most part, not all the time, but I try to pay attention. Okay, so did I eat a lot of meat during the week? Did I, have I, clean my system out? If I haven't cleaned my system out, I know I can't wear really light, freshy fragrances. It just depends. Everything matters. So that's what I was saying about this. Now, first, this thing, I thought I was going to have to throw it in a trash can. Now, this would not be something that I would go to every day, but this is definitely what I would call like a little bedtime scent. I put on a little cream, a little lotion, whatever I throw on when I'm getting out of the shower or the bath at night. And I'm definitely going to couple this with, I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but every time I spray it, I think about that fragrance. Kim Kardashian's Honey. If you love really, really sweet fragrances, almost on the gaudy, sharp, cloying scale. So if you don't like those real gaudy scents, don't grab it. But if you love sweet scents and you have a spouse that has a sweet tooth, get some, and don't spray the whole bottle down on yourself. Just put like a couple of little sprays behind your kneecaps before you hop in bed. Trust me, I'm telling you right now. Sometimes. All right, so the last fragrance that I want to share with you guys, this one is from an inspired company called Dosier. And you guys have heard of Dosier. You've seen it, even if you don't have any in your collection. You've seen them all over the place on the internet. You probably get them down your Instagram or Facebook feeds or whatever. So they've been around for a minute. And I normally don't, unless somebody makes me buy an inspired by fragrance. But I love the house brand of Creed. Like, I don't talk about Creed, but I love Creed fragrances. Wildflowers, Aventus, yes. Sublime, yes. So that's one of my favorite houses that I don't really talk about. I don't think it's necessary. Now, if they ever want to sponsor me, I will come on here and talk about them 24 hours a day. I will never shut the light off, and we would just talk and talk and talk. Other than that, But they have a scent through, or Dosier has created a dupe or a fragrance that is inspired by Creed Aventus for women. And now you guys know that is one of my favorite fragrances in the world. One of them. Thus far. Okay? It just does something for me. And that's the fragrance I was telling you guys about, that for the most part, in my opinion, is unisex. Well, this one isn't. I can't remember. I don't know. But it smells so masculine. Like, it's a really masculine smelling scent. But it does something for me. You know, it works really well for my pheromone, with my pheromones and my body chemistry. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I sprayed this on, and this is an inspired by fragrance. So just imagine what the real deal does for me. But this is an inspired by fragrance. They got so close to duping this scent that you can't tell that it's, you can't tell. You can't. Like, I put the real one and the fake one on the other side, and you can't tell the difference. Okay. And actually, this one lasts longer on me, which I love, because I love longevity, right? So, you know how the box comes. It comes like this, right? And then they give you a little card. It tells you what the notes are on it, which I love, because I like to know what's in mine, because I'm organized when it comes to that. I like to know what fragrances, oils, creams, and things like that I can play with. And so that really helps with the organization of the things. So the name of theirs is called Musky Oak Moss. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Okay. And I'm going to share with you really quick what's in this. I don't have love it first sniff. Love them, love them, all of them. Love it. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Everything you hear about these scents, it's the truth. They are the deal. This one has apple in the top, pineapple, bergamot. The middle is rose, birch leaf, patchouli. Your base is musk, oak moss, and amber. And this is Creed Aventus Eau de Parfum. It's 15% concentrated. It's very, very heavily concentrated. So, like, if you're a heavy sprayer, you're going to smell like you got on too much. It's really strong. Like, really, really. And I am a heavy, heavy sprayer. I don't know who and what, but they know what they're doing. They do. They know what they're doing. They have done their research. I would be so quick to say that this is just one of their. I would be quick to say that this is one of their people. The people work for them at one time. They work somewhere. They work the Christian Dior. They work somewhere. They work the Victor Rolf. They work for Lancome. They work for somebody. Louis Vuitton. Somebody. With the best, and they figured it out, and they know how to go in with the formula and put it together perfectly. I'm telling you right now, get you some. If you love Creed Aventus, get you some Dosier Musky Oak Moss. Look at the top. Get you some. That's all I can tell you. That's all I got for you. This is your girl, Color Me Badly, Lynn, saying thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. What's up to all of my new subscribers? Y'all showing up and you showing out. I cannot believe it. My numbers we're so great for the month of June. We're doing great for July. Thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate your love and your support. Hey to all of my existing subscribers. Tell a friend. Share my videos, interact, engage. Let me know where you're from. What are your favorite fragrances? If you think there's a fragrance that you got in your collection that I haven't talked about, share it with me down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye. God bless.